2002 World Cup was co-hosted by Korea and Japan. For hosting this international event, both countries automatically qualified for the World Cup finals without having to play in the regional preliminary stage. It was the second time ever for the Korean national team to qualify for the finals since 1966. Frankly, South Korea did not have a very strong football team. In 1990, the team was embarrassingly defeated by Germany 9-0 and by Turkey 7-0. In the 1994 World Cup, the South Koreans came close to qualifying for the second stage, but unfortunately lost to Spain 3-2. Due to these poor results of the past, no one expected the Korean national team to advance past the first round in the 2002 World Cup finals. No one but Gus Hiddink, the coach of the 2002 South Korean national football team.
That we can make a very nice surprise for the outside world as well, for the inside world.
Like Hiddink had promised, the Koreans surprised the world as soon as the World Cup began. Placed in a difficult group with Poland, the USA, and Portugal, no one expected the Koreans to advance past the group stage. Everyone was impressed when the Koreans defeated the Polish 2-0 and tied with the US 1-1. Both of these games went extremely well, and there seemed to be hope for the Koreans in advancing past the group stage to the round of 16. The fans brightened and began to support the nation with passion. The match against Portugal was a game of pressure. Both sides had to win in order to advance to the round of 16, and the losing team would be eliminated from the tournament. The Korean team battled furiously against the best football players in the world, such as Cristiano Ronaldo and Luis Figo. Finally, with 20 minutes remaining in the game, Park Ji-sung scored an amazing goal, giving the Koreans the victory over the Portuguese. It was the first time for the Korean team to advance to the round of 16 since 1966, and along with the fans, the players are ready to take on Italy, the country that was placed first in the 2002 FIFA rankings. The match against the Italians was a furious battle. Many players were booked, and Francesco Totti, a celebrated Italian soccer player, was given a red card for his tackle from behind. The Italians scored the first goal of the match, but the Korean team retaliated quickly with a goal of their own. The game was over when An Jong-hwan scored the golden goal for Korea in overtime. It was a miraculous occasion. The players, the coach, and all the staff were overjoyed and incredulous to the miraculous series of events that was occurring in the country. For the first time in history, the Koreans advanced to the round of 8 to face against Spain, another formidable opponent. Both sides had multiple opportunities to score. However, neither teams were able to capitalize on their opportunities. The game ended as a draw even at overtime, and the players had to move on to the penalty shootouts to determine the victor. The audience in the stadium of Gwangju was tense. Each time a player was about to shoot, the stadium murmured amongst themselves with their fists clenched. The shootout was extremely close. Both sides scored all 4 of their tries until a young Spanish player, Joaquin, failed to score. I was the last kicker remaining on the team, and knowing that 4 others have already scored and that I was shooting the game-deciding kick, it was a very strenuous moment for me. Making a shot, Hong Myung-bo, the captain of the Korean national team, secured the victory, and together they advanced to the semifinals to face Germany. Unfortunately, the game against Germany was lost 1-0. The citizens were devastated. They couldn't believe that their seemingly infallible team had lost the game. Most certainly, the World Cup journey of 2002 was over for both the team and the citizens. However, the effect it had on the country and the people are everlasting. Without a doubt, the event had significant effect on the players and the coach. Many of the players, such as Park Ji-sung and Lee Young-pyo, were scouted by well-known English Premier League teams such as Manchester United and Bolton Wanderers FC to play with the best footballers in the world. In addition, Gus Hiddink became a demigod to the Koreans, a national hero who is celebrated all throughout the country. The event also had a huge influence on the Korean citizens and the country itself. The 2002 World Cup brought everyone in the country together. No matter who you were or where you were, you'd be watching the games, all cheering for the same cause. We yelled, we applauded, we prayed, we laughed, and cried, all for the same reason. Unified as a whole, as a group much more powerful than any individual can hope to be, we gathered and cheered on our national team, who played on an international scale. To this day, not a single Korean has forgotten the miracle of 2002 World Cup. In fact, how could we? It is one of the greatest underdog stories of the century. We remember the miracle. We remember our dreams becoming a reality. And we remember how to believe. Striving towards our individual goals, we think of the valiant football players who believed in the incredible, who worked for the impossible, and we too learn to set a seemingly unachievable goal because we know from experience that no such thing exists.